Hello and welcome to another Bearded Geek toy review. In today's episode we're looking at the Doctor Who Creation of the Daleks box set from Character and B&M Stores. Plus, we have a box to open. Ooh, what's in the box? Stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel, and here we have the Creation of the Daleks collector figure set, which was recently released by Character and is exclusive to B&M Stores. Retails at $24.99 and is one of the few of this current group of releases that is only available in stores. It is not available also on the website. A nice little touch for Character. They have started to put certain things available on their website, which is obviously nice and helpful for those people who don't have a B&M store near them. So obviously this is to go in line with the ongoing history of the Dalek sets that Character have been kind of like re-releasing to give obviously collectors and kids an opportunity to collect Daleks that they may have missed out on. So obviously this being the first Davros story from Genesis of the Daleks, which was broadcast in 1975 in Tom Baker's first season, which was season 12. This is obviously an opportunity to have a re-release of the Davros figure that was first released by Forbidden Planet way back in 2011. Now, I do have that original figure, which is here. We will be making some comparisons with regard to this. Now, I wasn't going to pick this up. I'll be brutally honest with you. I didn't see the point. However, watching several online review videos of other people who've got this set on YouTube, I did notice the huge improvements that they've made to the paint job on Davros, so we're looking at that as a comparison, and also some very nice cool features of this particular Dalek that is in this set. So yes, we will be looking at that also. So the standard packaging is obviously the old, what we're now going to class as the old Jodie Whittaker era logo, because we have the diamond logo back for the 60th anniversary. And apparently, according to showrunner Russell T Davies, the diamond logo is also going to be part of Ncuti Gatwa's era as well. So it's the same packaging, TARDIS images on the side, a very detailed description there of Genesis of the Daleks and how the story came about. And as you say, it says includes Davros and Genesis Dalek with power pack accessories. So this is a kind of like return to the existing packaging that we've been used to. The last couple of History of Dalek boxes have had less plastic at the front, and they've been vacuum packed to the figures. And obviously, I think because of the how delicate some of the things are on Davros's control panel there, that's probably why they've not gone with that option for this box. Anyway, without further ado, let's open the box and have a look at the figures.
Right. Halt. Now. Exterminate. The weaponry is perfect.
Now, just before we get to the actual figures in question, just to show you, we are back to a printed inlay in the inner packaging, which, as you can see there, is the little area where Davros was testing out the first Mark III travel machine, which would otherwise later be known as a Dalek. And now you've probably seen that in the clips that I've included at the beginning of this video. So that's a nice little like additional feature. And obviously provides a kind of like display diorama if you want your figures to like be displayed in a particular environment.
If I may have your attention. For some time, I have been experimenting with the Mark III project. Details and modifications will be distributed later. However, I am anxious that you should see immediately the remarkable results that I have achieved.
Okay, now first of all, I thought we'd show you the Davros figure, and there's a lot of natural light here at the moment because it's quite bright and sunny outside, so that should help with obviously showing up some of the new details on the actual figure. Now, with regards to the figure, he is exactly the same virtually as the previous one. He comes with this little detachable panel, which obviously is a feature of all the Davroses that were released in this chair, even though the detachable panel only appeared in the Peter Davison Dalek story, Resurrection of the Daleks. But obviously they've used the same mould for that. So now the articulation is quite limited. Obviously he's got his hand there. You can move his hand around and obviously have him pointing down at various things. But the interesting thing that you need to look at is the additions that they've done to this figure with regards to the control panel and the new paint job that the figure has. So I'm going to bring in the original figure, which, like I said, was released in the Genesis of the Daleks 4-pack. That was released via Forbidden Planet way back in 2011. So now again, this figure was good. It was great at the time. But one of the things I thought was quite disappointing about it is that you didn't really have much of a paint job on the actual face itself. As you can see there, it really was quite plain. Now, obviously, if you've seen through the clips that I've included in this video, copyright the BBC, Davros's face was actually quite a more darker brown colour, almost as if he's like, kind of like the withered, mummified kind of look to his face and skin. So the first thing that they've done is they've really improved on that there. And it does wonders with the actual sculpt and paint job. Just adding that paint wash to the figure's head really does bring out and accentuate the features a lot more. And you can see that it looks more screen accurate now to what it did originally. This is still a good figure, but again, it was always disappointing that it looked kind of like unfinished in a way. The other thing to notice as well is that the blue wires here, which are not screen accurate, have now been changed to black wires, which are screen accurate. And there has been an improvement slightly in the microphone as well, which looks as if it's been slightly corrected, or certainly has a better paint job anyway. So there you go. Really is a wonderful improvement there, I think, and does justify, I think, the purchase of this second Davros figure. Okay, so onto the control panel. So if you can see there is a slight variation. I'll just move his hand out. Get your hand away. And let's move his hand away as well. So there is some slight variations there to the colours, only very slightly. The colours of the switches here seem to be a lot more kind of like screen accurate in the colours, and the same with the buttons on the front of the panel, but it is really on the back of the panel that gets more screen accurate to how it appeared. It did not have these yellow sections in the story itself, so they were made more of an orange kind of like plastic, and this whole section here was kind of like a yellow kind of clear perspex, and that has been reflected in the new figure. So a lot more screen accurate, more things going on. I mean, the detail is in there. You can see that these kind of like round things that you've got under there do appear to be in the original sculpt. You can just about see them underneath there, but obviously with the blob of yellow paint, they're completely covered. So huge improvement, I think, on the back of that. Again, justifies the re-release. So there we go. There's Davros for you. Like I said, I think it justifies his being re-released. So this one will unfortunately go back into a box, and this one will become the more accurate on display screen version in my 4th Doctor display. So there's the Davros figure for you. Let's now have a closer look at the Dalek that is included in this set.
Our machine is now equipped with a weapon for self-defense. Now,
so here we have the Mark III travel machine, or should I say the Dalek, as it gets named in the actual story itself. And the first thing to notice is the colour scheme. Now, I'm hoping this comes across well enough with all the natural light we've got here, because in other videos that I've seen, it does come across as slightly brown in its tint, but just looking at obviously the screen here, it doesn't appear to be that brown. Now that is good, because this is apparently absolutely 100% now screen accurate to the colour that the Daleks had in Genesis of the Daleks. Now we've had some gunmetal grey Daleks before, so let's just do a comparison. So obviously you've got this one, which apparently now they've absolutely matched the paint scheme to the correct one. Now the previous ones I thought were quite accurate as well, but they now come across as quite blue in tint when you actually compare them. So this is the first one that was released in kind of like the classic Dalek set, which I think originally was exclusive to Toys R Us way back in about 2009. Apologies for the little bit of dust on the top there. These have been on the Tom display. So you can see obviously the differences now in the colour scheme. So yeah, this one does have a blue tint to it. Now we'll put that one there. So that one was the first gunmetal Dalek that we had released, like I said, in a classic Dalek set that was released with at Toys R Us. Then the two Daleks that came with the original Davros over here were these two guys. So Bump, oh, and Bump. Yes, we're getting lots of Daleks here. And again, you can see obviously the blue tint that they've got really now is noticeable. And again, I didn't question it at the time. This is my favourite version of Dalek. I love the Daleks in Genesis of the Daleks. I love the gunmetal grey colour scheme. But as you can see now, they do come across as quite blue in shade. And then we had one further one that was released. Now this was marketed as a Planet of the Daleks / Genesis of the Daleks Dalek, and this was one of these Sound FX ones, which unfortunately no longer works. The batteries have gone in that, and because they have watch batteries, I've not got around to actually replacing that. So that even then is slightly different. in shade to how that one appears. So yes, this one is very much now screen accurate, and obviously you can get another 2-pack of these Daleks, which is the history of the Dalek set that was released alongside the creation of the Daleks. In this latest batch of figures from B&M, you had a Dalek 2-pack from Death to the Daleks, and then oh no, that was the last one. It was Genesis of the Daleks and Destiny of the Daleks. So if you want to start army building the new, more accurate colour of Dalek, then grab yourself a History of the Daleks set, and you can get another 2 of this more accurate screen colour. Okay, so let's just move all these Daleks out of the way now. We'll keep a couple in the background. Now, this Dalek does come with some very cool features. So, if you notice when I was showing the box, it did have 2 little kind of like energy packs, which are there. Now, these are accurate to how they're shown in the story. And this is a very cool feature that you've got, because you can now pop out the gun as it appears in the story, and then you can take this energy pack and put that in there, click it in there, and that is very, very accurate to how it appeared in the story when Nida first is it Nida or is it Garvin? I'm not too sure. Yeah, I think it's Garvin who puts it, clicks that in, and then you see him then click the ball back in ready for its first testing of its energy weapon. But not only that, you can do that, you can also pull out this one, and again this one has the same feature. It's just a really cool way of giving it another display option. You know, and I don't think you can clip that in there. There doesn't seem to be any kind of way of doing that. But yeah, so it gives you an option of that as well. So you can have the Dalek unarmed with its weapons next to it, or you can just have it with the sucker and click that back into place like so, and then you can then have that as an option, or you can have that even an option of Davros holding the energy weapon, demonstrating it to the Khalid scientists. This is what my new invention is capable of. So very, very good feature, and again, it's added value, you know, for the, you know, that collector of the range who thinks, oh, I'm not going to get another Dalek, but then go, oh, they've added 2 little special features there, and again, it's added incentive for you to buy the set. So really nice little touch. Oh, let's just click that out there, put that back in place, and the slot's back in. There you go. So there you have it. There's the creation of the Daleks set based on the story Genesis of Daleks, written by Terry Nation, broadcast in 1975. It's one of the stories that I have the earliest memories of watching, and I do talk about this story a bit in detail in a recent Doctor Who podcast that I appeared on, which is called Doctor Who Literature, hosted by my good friend Jason Miller, who is based in New York, of all places, and we talk about, obviously, how I became a fan of Doctor Who, my earliest memories of the show, and we also discuss the Target novelizations you know, that were released back in the 70s and 1980s as well. So I'll leave a link to that podcast. It's really a good podcast. He covers the Target books release by release as they came out, and the main book that we were discussing was one from season 16, which was the Key to Time season with Tom Baker, which is the Stones of Blood. But I do touch upon Genesis of the Daleks and how it is one of my earliest memories of the show. So give that podcast a listen. It is really a good podcast to search out if you're a Doctor Who fan. So there you have it, the creation of the Daleks collector figure set, a worthy addition to your collection if you've already got the figures, and a great upgrade of the Davros figure. And if you haven't got these figures in your collection, then it is great that B&M are actually re-releasing these and improving them as they go along. There's been no news yet of any of the sets to come in 2023, bar the limited edition regeneration set that's coming from Character. I have that on pre-order, which features the 13th Doctor from her last story, Power of the Doctor, and also the regenerated 14th Doctor played by David Tennant, who will be appearing in the 60th anniversary specials that are going to be broadcast later this year. So as soon as that set arrives, I'll be straight on that and doing a video reviewing that set. So I just hope you really enjoyed watching this video, and search out your local B&M stores, $24.99. It is a great addition to your collection.
Brilliant. Brilliant. It has detected the nonconformity. Idiot! I must exterminate.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, then please leave us a like. It really does help out the channel, and also hit that subscribe and notification bell if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, to be notified whenever we upload any brand new videos. Right, okay, before we go, we do have a parcel here that has been delivered this morning. So let's crack this open. As you can see from the box, purchased off eBay. I was just having a look for stuff. Randomly, I was looking for Black Hole figures because I recently rewatched that movie. If you're not aware of that, that was the Disney's version of their counterpoint to Star Wars. First ever PG related Disney film as well. And there were some Diamond Select figures that were made of Maximilian and Vincent that were released a couple of years ago. I was trying to see if I could kind of like get them for a decent price, because obviously they go for quite a lot of money at the moment. So still no success there. However, I did come across another Diamond Select figure. Now, these used to be exclusive to the Disney Store, and obviously we don't have the Disney Store anymore. So I don't think that Disney actually do these Diamond Select figures anymore, but let's just have a look. Now, this is another kind of like cult Disney movie that came out, I think, in 1991. Oh, we got some packing peanuts. Oh, they're going to be great to clear up. Fantastic. Oh, wonderful. I got this for the bargain price of 20 quid, which is under the retail price of what it actually went for. I think it was around about £30 in the Disney Store. And as you can see, if you just have a look there, it is the Rocketeer action figure. A very kind of like well-regarded movie when it came out. Directed by Joe Johnston, based on a comic book that was made in the 80s, which was also inspired by a old 1940s Republic serial, you know, the kind of thing that Indiana Jones got it inspired by, which was called King and the Rocket Men. But if you can see there, that looks really, really cool. And obviously there's some display options that you've got on the back. So what I will be doing is a more in-depth video on that when I open it. So there you go, a little taster of a future video. That is an absolute bargain for 20 quid. Really can't argue with that at all, and I think it's going to look great on display. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Like I said, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. I am really, really grateful. That subscriber rate just keeps going up on a weekly basis. So really, thank you again for all your support. And stay tuned for more videos from Bearded Geek Toy Reviews. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.
Unnatural desire, an instinct to destroy, and you interceded. You will be punished for this. We are entombed, but we live on. This is only the beginning. We will prepare. We will grow stronger.